Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May, early June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Libra collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up here. Let's see what's going on, my guides. Talk to me. What's up with the Libras, please? Yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. Let's rock. What do we got for Libra here as we switch months? So please, real quick. Okay, yeah, the deck does want to talk. Yeah, I got this for Gemini as well. Now I'm getting it for you, this High Priestess type of energy. If you are very much energetic sensitive, you might really want to keep tabs on that in this time when we get this Oracle card. Very High Priestess-like and connected. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So yes, this is an oracle deck, so this isn't the literal High Priestess, but we see this older divine feminine figure with the crystal ball. There's a key, there's a lockbox. So this does imply someone who has secret knowledge or esoteric knowledge. I feel like there's a heavy implied spiritual energy to this card. So when I see her at the front end of a reading, I always say, if you're energy sensitive, your intuition could be telling you things more than normal. Like you might be extra sensitive in this time. So just keep your energy locked down, right? Maybe carry a couple of extra crystals if you're into that. The High Priestess could also represent intuition. So following one's gut, following one's intuition is very important when she shows up. Very spiritual as well. So you might be diving into spiritual topics or feeling very ritualistic when she shows up. We're just going to have to see what happens in the reading itself, right? Because I always say this first card is only a footnote. It doesn't make or break the reading. So let's get into tarot. But I like starting off with the High Priestess as long as like you're not picking up on the energy of every single person around you, right? Being an empath could be a little bit tiring sometimes, right? I speak from experience. But yeah, let's get these three cards out here for you. Shuffle it up here for Libra and guides. What do we got this week? So, last week's reading. We're looking a little volatile, my friends. There was a lot of fire, air energy for the Libras. It was titled An Explosive Warning. There was so much fire and air. There was so much energy going everywhere. And even in previous weeks, we're getting similar things. Just a lot of fire energy connected to the Libras recently. So we're going to hope that that calms down a little bit. We're going to see what we have for you. As you know, energy is super fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Hopefully, if things have been volatile, it hasn't been too rough. But let's get you these three cards. Thank you. Eight of Cups, another repeat with the Gemini card. Movement, action, okay? Tempted to move away from something, possibly. Move towards or away. To me, that is just an action card. So we are starting with action and movement. Thank you. Devil. Okay, yeah, there might be some warnings here, my friends. Just like last week, we're going to have to talk about this Devil card for sure. Okay, one more. Maybe some of you, maybe it's a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be a warning. Eight of Wands. Tons of action. We got repeat eights. Yeah, Libra, this is going to be a super interesting reading this week. I could already tell just by how everything is lining up. Now, let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff going. Now, at first glance, when I look here, obviously the first thing that pops out to me is that we have repeating eights showing up here. The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands. So Spirit could be trying to send you signs and synchronicities, omens. So keep your eyes open for things like that, especially if we get more repeating numbers in this spread. But there's big action, big movement. Just like that energetic volatility we were seeing last week, it's kind of showing up again. And obviously this Devil is something that might raise an eyebrow. But in position number one, we have the Eight of Cups. The thing that I'm a little iffy about is like the way this was positioned, it looked like this person's walking towards this Devil. So just be very cautious in this time. But when I see this card, I think of action. So we're starting with movement. We're starting with people taking actions, making moves. There's a lot of things happening, very similar to last week's energy. The clarifiers might change that up. But classically, this is a card of somebody walking away from something or moving away from something. But I just see it as action in general. So we'll really want to dig more detail when we clarify this. Even if it's emotional fulfillment, to me, it could be somebody continuing a journey as well. So it doesn't always have to be abandonment type things. In its worst case scenario, it can be like something connecting to abandonment, all right, or giving up on something. So we'll see what that's about. There's also a moon here, so it could be somebody walking off into the unknown. You might be dealing with a lot of unknowns and mysteries in this time. Moving to the center, though, we have the devil. Some of you just might be connected to a Capricorn when that card shows up. And if you're cross-watching Capricorn, don't be mad about it. The only reason you guys get the devil card is due to the goat symbolism, okay? We don't call our Capricorn friends devils, all right? But when I see this card, it could be something that is connected to you or is holding you back or holding you down. It is something that could be ingrained for a very long time. Some of you might feel a prisoner in some sort of way, like you can't escape something, like you're cornered. The devil could mean so many different things. It could represent obsessions, it could represent jealousy, it could represent material attachments, like somebody who is like super money focused or wants all the best and all the new things. Like this is sole focus on the material when we see the devil. And obviously it could be a warning about toxicity, aside from all the other things we were saying, unhealthy behaviors or unhealthy habits. So we might have a warning here depending on what clarifies it. Now the good thing, and I'll say this, and I'm kind of getting this feeling too, like some of you, if you've been going through a tough time recently, you might be in the eye of the storm right now, okay? Because as I look at this, the way it was laid out, we have this Eight of Cups moving into the devil, moving out with the Eight of Wands, okay? So this action is moving through. If you've been going through a lot of troubling situations and issues, this Eight of Wands is very good on the back end because it's telling us that you might be moving through it quickly. Now, the Eight of Wands could be conversational, it could be talks, it could be news of some sort, so you might have some news coming your way, but we think of action. This card, even though this Eight of Cups is action as well, this one is much faster moving, so I like it. It's like running away from this devil energy in some sort of way, or moving away from it quickly. But I do feel like a lot of Libras could have recently been through some sort of rough patch. Okay, but it's fleeting. That's one thing I'll say. I really need to dive deeper on all this, Libra, because there's so much happening. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here, reset this deck. What do we got for Libra, please? I got... And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Eight of Cups, see what this action's about. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Libra, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Eight of Cups, please. Yeah, the deck wants to talk. Why is this Eight of Cups here? For those of you that are new here, I only read jumpers, so. Okay, all right. Yeah, we have the World card in the upright. Some of you, and I'm not chuckling because it's, I'm not making light of any situations you might go through. Don't misinterpret that. But some of you might just be really sick of the world. I mean, that's the best way I could say it. Right? Like, of course, this is going to mean other things as well. There's karmic energy attached and stuff like that. But the first intuitive thing that I'm feeling is like, damn, like, have these people gone absolutely crazy? Like, is this world out of its damn mind? Like, a lot of you might want to retreat to the woods in some sort of way, or into nature. Maybe you already have. But, like, I'm getting that, all right, yeah, we need to retreat in some sort of way. Now, the world can also represent endings and closings and stuff like that. So some of you might be dealing with some sort of ending, right? There could be a big ending that you're going through, or a closing. But I feel like those are the main things we're feeling here. Like, okay, well, that didn't work. Let me keep moving. Like, that closed out. I got to keep pushing. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I got to keep moving. I got to keep going. So we could be talking about endings, or you just being disgruntled with world events or the state of the world today. We'll just leave it at that. But we are seeing karmic energy and endings as well. Let's go in on that devil. So there could be warnings attached for sure. One thing I also want to mention is that the World card is extremely angelic energy. So this energy could be battling this devil energy, like the yin to the yang. So why is this devil here? I really want to get over to the Eight of Wands. Why is this devil here? Thank you. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and this could represent some sort of serious situation or issue that you might be going through that it's just really difficult to accept for whatever reason. That's another vibe I'm getting here. Like, so a lot of you could be going through like serious issues or serious situations, and it's like really hard to accept it for what it is. Now, once again, this is fleeting. That's the good thing about this energy. Even though there's this seriousness and there's this and there's that, this is a fleeting energy that will resolve itself. That's very nice. Now, the Ace of Swords in reverse under this devil, there could be something that is like in your life, and whether you want to move it out or not, like it could be stuck there for whatever reason, but I don't think it's going to be a full-on hindrance forever, if that makes sense. Beware of new things in this time right now as well. Be very discerning about new things, like new chapters, new offers, whatever it might be. Okay, because once again, I'll mention this, even new people for some of you, because we have this walking away after this type of ending energy into this devil, and the Ace of Swords is a card of the new. So ending, beginning, like you don't want to go from bad to worse. Like take that for what it's worth. There could be a warning about that, from going from bad to worse. Let's see what's up on the back end though. Maybe that'll like save the energy overall. But we do have warnings here. You might be going through serious situations and issues. And we all do from time to time, right? You might just be going through a tough cycle. So why is this Eight of Wands here? Rough patch. I'm still picking that up. So why is, just beware of the new. I feel like I need to keep saying that. Beware of like new people, new situations, whatever it might be. Why is this Eight of Wands here? Eight of Pentacles, another 8. Wow. Very powerful omen here, my friends. The fact that we have 3 8s, 888, that's angel number territory. That's angel number level. This is good. This is really good. This tells me that everything's going to work out in the end. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Eight of Wands, right? So, yeah, we have some choppiness. We have some challenges. We have some situations and issues popping off. But when we get to this back end, when we're coming out the other side of it fast and quickly, this Eight of Pentacles is like, all right, just keep moving, keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. A lot of you could get some really good news or some sort of news in regards to work or money, but the fact that this is in the upright is very, very good, right? There could be conversations and talks that are connected to the workplace as well, but I just want to restate it. The fact that we have triple eights, then we have the world, then we have the devil. There could be a lot of powerful omens that Spirit's trying to help direct you with. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick recap here, Libra. Lots of action happening in this week's reading. Like we have the whole yin-yang thing happening here twice and angel numbers, but position number 1, we have the Eight of Cups with the world in the upright. Initially, to me, this did feel like somebody that might feel like the world is losing its mind, like someone who feels like retreating or pulling back. For a portion of you could be dealing with some sort of cycle close or ending, right? It is showing up here front and center. Just beware about going from a tough situation to an even tougher one, because right in the center, we have the devil with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So watch out for new things, new offers. Like make sure you vet things and people in this time, right? Like a lot of you could be going through serious issues and situations. I feel like there's a rough patch here, and a good chunk of you might be in the eye of the storm at this point. It feels more fleeting than anything though, right? And it could be something that is hard to accept for whatever reason. Now moving to the back end, we get another double down of the 8s. We have the Eight of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles, and this is an energy that's very reassuring to me that says if you keep pushing, everything will be okay, everything will be fine. There could be a lot of conversations about money and work and stuff like that, but to me, this just feels absolutely beautiful that everything is going to work out, right? Because the Eight of Pentacles is a card of work to me. So when I see it, everything is going to work out. Just watch out for the signs and synchronicities big time, especially since in the very beginning, we had this High Priestess, spiritual type of energy. Now we have triple eights, the devil, the world. There's a lot of energetically powerful cards here, Libra. So please take a screenshot of that, look into it further. I'm going to get you a shadow card now. Interesting stuff, that's for sure. But let's see what's going on in the shadows for my Libras. That was a totally different flavor than last week, my friends. What's going on here? Libra, please. And you know, I always like to pull this introspective card on the back end. I always think it's a nice thing. And there she is, the High Priestess in the shadows again. So we began the reading with the High Priestess. We're ending it with the High Priestess as well. So what's the shadow side of the High Priestess? Because I spoke about all the good properties in the beginning. Now, what's the darker side of the High Priestess? This could be someone that is not communicating. This could be someone that keeps secrets. This could be someone that is very difficult to speak to and talk to. The High Priestess could sometimes represent dark spirituality, so make sure you're keeping yourself cleansed. There's a portion of you might second guess your own intuition sometimes. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choice? Am I imagining things? Type of energy. So beware of that when this shows up. I would say, though, the energetic sensitivity is a huge thing this week, right? Especially if you're naturally born that way. Like we had in the beginning, we have at the end, then all those spiritual ties in the reading itself. Please make sure you're locking down your energy and protecting it in one way or another, okay? So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.